Right, well, here we are then at the start of the final Grand Prix of Season 1. As you can see, I have qualified in pole position. And yeah, the engine is absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about there. But the reason for bringing this up is the old research and development. Because, well, as you can see, right, I'm still ahead of Sauber, but not by as much as I would like. If you go to the progress history, yes, you can see they caught up a bit with an upgrade at Brazil. And, well, I haven't had any upgrades fitted since Japan. But if we look at the R&D in progress, I have two major engine upgrades which will be ready in Australia. In fact, if I do any more upgrades now, regardless of what kind they are, they will all be ready for Australia, the start of Season 2. So you can see how much these two major upgrades that I am doing are going to boost the engine performance. It's going to actually take me past Sauber. And once they're done, if I can then start this one, the ultimate upgrade, that will actually take me past Toro Rosso. So that would be a significant improvement. I mean, these two upgrades I've got here now, okay, they're not quite doubling it, but once I've got the ultimate one as well, that will more than double my current engine stats. Trouble is, because the ultimate upgrade takes 6 weeks, so I'm going to have yeah, a long old wait between starting it and it actually being made ready. There are other upgrades I can do, but they are all geared towards fuel efficiency. I'm not fussed about that. I'm okay as far as fuel goes. So once I've got that ultimate upgrade fitted, and I hope that I will have enough resource points to start that as soon as we get to Australia for Season 2. I can then focus entirely on chassis. As you can see, we have really dropped in the chassis department. At the start of the season we were third, but yeah, now Force India, Toro Rosso and Renault have all overtaken us, but two upgrades here should bring us back up to third again. And then aerodynamics is the other area that I really want to improve, and of course, best of all, aerodynamic and chassis upgrades will actually be applied to Alonso's car. Speaking of Alonso, at the last race in Brazil, Alonso finally scored points. He finished 9th, so he gets 2 points there. So okay, he's still last of the point scorers, but at least he's got some. So now it is just the two Sauber drivers in you know, who have not yet scored. The Brazil grid was absolutely fucked up. The rain affected qualifying. As a result, I qualified in 12th. Alonso qualified in 11th. But because of grid penalties, Alonso actually started on the front row in second. I started third. The two Saubers started in the top 6. So yeah, it was fucking crazy. And I suspect the same thing is going to happen again in this race. Also, just to show, in the Constructors Championship, I'm only 20 points behind Mercedes. So, okay, it is a very faint hope, but there is still a hope that I will get, or maybe able to get McLaren up to second in the Constructors Championship. Basically, I've got to win, and Mercedes has to have a bit of a disaster. Their two drivers have to finish at best 8th and 9th, and then I will be able to get take second place. So yeah, the odds are against it, but you never know. Anyway, yes, as tempted as I am to start another upgrade, either to aerodynamics or the chassis, I'm going to save my resource points, put them all into the ultimate upgrade here, which costs 1600. So if I get another 400 points, I can then start that. So anyway, that is enough of all that then. Let's head to the race. So here we go then with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
It's McLaren in pole position then, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Perez, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, there are plenty of penalties.
Raikkonen, Hamilton, Alonso, and Max Verstappen.
Alonso
Ericsson,
in 9th.
Wehrlein, Nico Hülkenberg, and Ocon.
Salvers
Palmer,
11th and
Magnussen,
12th.
Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, Massa, and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
This is the last race of the season. We need points today to have a chance of taking the constructors' title.
The constructors' title has already been dealt with. Ferrari have won it. We can get second, but that is all we're going. That's the only thing we can do. Right, it's 14 laps, so I will fuel extremely heavy. So 16 and a half. Let's just edit the strategy a bit, I think. No, okay, I'm not going to edit the strategy at all, that'll do. I fucking hate this circuit. I hate racing on it. I hate watching it. But, well, it is the final race, so that's why I've done a video of this one. So, here we go. Put it into lean to get off the line. I always lose paces off the start. I've never held on to first. Up into standard, up into rich. That's about as good a start as I've ever made.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Now I don't need to save this engine. I can run rich as long as I fucking like, or as long as the fuel will allow me. Because, say, last race of the season, after this we get 4 completely new engines. Don't have to worry about saving this one. I can treat this engine like shit. Again, you see the AI set ludicrously low. I'm pulling away from them already. 2.6 seconds ahead of second place already, despite going very slow through sections like that. As we enter the Mickey Mouse section of the circuit, which is just absolute shite. But, well, no one likes this circuit. But of course, Abu Dhabi can afford to pay, subsidise the fact that, ticket sales are always shit. Which means we're stuck with this fucking circuit for I don't know how long. But yeah, it's not going anywhere. This one is staying on the F1 calendar for quite a while. always overshoot that particular corner, but I did okay then. Actually, I didn't think I did too badly the first lap. There are two corners in particular that I always overshoot, and there is one, like two chicanes that I nearly always fuck up.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Yes, ultra softs really don't last very long around here. Let's cross that line. So lean to minimise wheel spin.
Exit now.
Not the fastest pit stop ever.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Sainz is now leading the Grand Prix and Kvyat is second. So it's currently a 1-2 for Toro Rosso. Yeah. So get around this hairpin and then we'll run mix 3 for the rest of this lap. Well, you ain't missed anything. By making it edited highlights, it's just, well, you then make sure that you don't have to sit through lap after lap after lap of fuck all happening, especially on a circuit as shit as this one. Why the fuck did they have to make this the fucking season finale? It's the shittiest, one of the shittiest fucking circuits of the year.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And 3 laps to do, so right, that's me done with the mix 3, stick on mix 2 for the rest of the race. My chances of getting second in the constructors title look pretty much dead and buried. Bottas is there in second place and he doesn't look like he's going to lose that anytime soon, let alone plummet down the order. I mean, so, well, as you just heard, I'm ahead of him by a fucking ludicrous amount. But he's about that gap again ahead of Perez in third. He basically has to have like an engine failure. And then I've got to hope that Hamilton is way down the pecking order as well. So I think we're going to have to, you know, say third place in the Constructors' Championship. We're going to have to be happy with that. Although, let's face it, 2017 McLaren would fucking bite your fucking hand off to take third place in the Constructors' title. There are times when McLaren have been so shit that I think they've done well to get 9th. Okay, so here we go then, the start of the final lap of season 1. So I didn't have to use DRS once in the race. Oh no, tell a lie, I was able to use it once. Passing that cunt Science. There we go. I mean, I could fucking get out and walk the rest of the fucking race now. Still win it. But Bottas second, Hamilton actually is in third.
Congratulations.
Nowhere near getting second place in the Constructors' Championship. But, you know, I'll settle for second. Third rather. I'm gonna have to settle for third. Cannot do better than that.
Fantastic victory for McLaren today.
But I mean, what do you expect?
How exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
All bar 2 points that McLaren scored were from me. I need a teammate who will, you know, contribute more points. And yeah. This season, Alonso wasn't it. But hopefully, like I say, hopefully, Codemasters will come out with a patch so that he does use the engine upgrades. But failing that, I'll be starting on the chassis and aerodynamic upgrades, which he will use, and then that will start to make a difference.
Our current points leader extends their lead at the top of the championship.
So that's how the race finishes.
Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel. People have suggested before that he can't race wheel to wheel, but as he showed today, it's nonsense.
It may already be wrapped up, but let's look at the constructors' standings. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack.
Alonso finishes 12th, just outside the points. There's 2 more places. Mind you, it looked like he was quite a way behind. Okay, so yeah, I guess that was never going to happen. I didn't see Nico Hulkenberg drop out. Speaking of dropouts, Julian Palmer, this is the only way you'll ever see him racing at Abu Dhabi in 2017. I won't miss him one bit. Fucking talentless heap of shit. So, the final standings then. I am world champion, only because I've set the AI ludicrously low. To say I'm definitely hiking that right up. Fucking 20 AI is ridiculous. So then it's Raikkonen and Vettel, Bottas 4th, Hamilton 5th, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Perez, Massa, Grosjean, Ocon, Stroll and Sainz. Carrying on down, Kvyat, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, fucking Palmer getting 4 points, can't believe that. Alonso actually got his 2 points, although I say that was at Brazil. Verline and Ericsson didn't score, so that is how the Constructors' Championship finishes. In the end I was 28 points behind Mercedes. It wasn't really close, that does rather flatter, as I say. 426 points, but 424 of those came from me. If you've only got one person scoring points, you're never going to win the Constructors title. But third is not bad at all. I'll certainly take that. Oh God, I've got some really painful back spasms, so yeah, I'll try not to move around in the chair too much. So full points for that. Resource points have shot up after the season ending, 3,592. Not bad at all. And then I'll get some extra my bonus for being the first driver. It's only another 26, but it all fucking counts. So there we are. As a result of my performance across the season, an additional 2,275 resource points have been awarded to aid in preparations for the next season. What a surprise. I won the rival against Kvyat. I fucking won the rival against Bottas, so against Kvyat it was going to be no competition. Career points I don't give a toss about. I'll have to message Ripperjack in a bit.
Hey, quick question.
So we have Emma.
How are you here? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, I hope so. But you do have some other options if you're up for a new challenge. Let me just grab the door.
Well, I told you she looked
I had
freaky.
a call from another team a few weeks ago.
If you've seen my review video.
Moved on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you. You don't have to do anything with them, but let me know what you think.
So what teams want me? Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. I don't want to go with any of them, especially as it means dropping down to second driver. So I mean, yeah, it's semi-tempting, but no, I'm sticking with McLaren, so there we go. So in this season, we are delighted to announce that your performance has been above our expectations and you finished first in the Drivers' Championship. You and your teammate Fernando Alonso also amassed enough points for us to rank third in the Constructors' standings. We look forward to progressing even further next season. Now take some time to relax. You've earned it. Which means I now can go into the R&D and develop quite a bit, except of course I cannot select that one because it's unavailable. I've got to wait for these to become available before I can do anything, which is so fucking annoying. So basically I've got 2,000 that I can spend because I want to save 1,600 for that as soon as the Australian season starts, or the Australian Grand Prix starts in the next season. So although I would like to save resource points by decreasing how much I have to spend, it's 1,000 just to decrease the costs here by 10%. Whereas what I want to do is get some instant improvements. So in fact, I'm trying to think now, do I put them both in here, or one in each, or both in aerodynamics? Well, this one, to reduce the costs, is 750. In which case, fuck it, I'll put them both in aerodynamics. Right, so we'll do, well, the only two I can. So the front plate will be improved, and the rear the rear wing will also be improved. And that is it. So that now means that, yeah, R&D, I have those four all waiting for the start of next season. That should get me pretty close actually to Haas, certainly way ahead of Sauber with any luck. So I'll be close to that mid group of 5. So I mean, you look at fucking Williams there, they didn't do a single upgrade after Belgium. So, well, there we go. That's how the season finishes. So I wish it had ended like that. Although in a way, I'm glad it didn't, because I would have been so tempted to join 2 of those 3 that, yeah. Anyway, that is it. That was season 1. That was the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I will be back then with season 2 sometime.